Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about event management, a very important type of management. Yes, today is the world of effective communication. One of the most strategic tools of effective communication is advertising and marketing of events. Events are organized for product launches and publicity of these products. It is an important part of business management. However, the concept of event management is not only restricted to business houses anymore, but now it is also an important or integral part of any educational institution. That is why event management is also now important in educational fields. So let's see the concept and meaning of event management. The concept of event management is borrowed from the field of management and now applied in the field of education. So, the term of event management can be defined as the application of management practice in the creation and development of events, project or any activity. That is called as event management. Event management is nothing but it is the application of management practice in the creation and development of events. Let's see the another definition. Management is also event management is defined as the planning and management of an event, project and activity. So all the above definitions outline that event management is the process of organizing a successful event. In order to conduct or take up any event to be carried out properly, it is necessary to answer the following questions. Why is the event being held? Inform and educate community about an event is done or not. Is raising fund and aims of organizing an events. Is celebration of festivals the aim of carrying out an event? So when we get the answers of the events, yes, event management will be definitely successful. So event management is nothing but it is the process of planning and organizing the event systematically in schools. Now let's see about types of events in school. Events organized in a school can be broadly classified into two broad categories. They are curricular activities, activities which are integral to the class and result in a course, credit or grade are called as curricular activity. For example, it can be seminars, presentations and project work. Then the second type of events in the school is co-curricular activities. Activities in addition to classroom but do not result in any grade or credit. So there are many co-curricular activities which are to be held or which are to be conducted in many schools or almost all the schools. So that co-curricular activities are dramas, festival celebration, debates and many more. Let's see more about co-curricular activity. There are many types of co-curricular activity. Mainly co-curricular activities are classified into creative arts, productive arts and library activities. In creative arts, painting, music, clay work, art, craft are included. In productive arts, knitting, model making, needlework are included. In library activities, poetry recitation, essay writing, drama and debates comes. Then comes cultural activities, in that annual day, sports day, teachers day, children day, elocution competition, then arts and crafts exhibition, parents teacher association, then excursions, trips, visits, picnics are included in the cultural activities. Sports and games, PT periods, many things are included in co-curricular activities. So these small events are organized in schools. So how that event should be planned properly, how that event should be executed properly, and after execution what were the drawback of that event and how that drawback can be removed in the upcoming event. That is why event management needs to be studied. Now let's see what steps are involved in effective event management. A number of events are held in any educational institution, regardless of nature and type of event. The following are the key steps which should be followed by all levels of manager to ensure that events are successfully organized. So what are the different steps which are involved in event management? So first step is develop an event concept. Second is determine the feasibility of an event. Third is setting of objective. Fourth is planning and preparation. Fifth is identify and distribute tasks and responsibilities. Sixth is event marketing plan, and seventh is post event analysis. Let's see these steps one by one. The first step comes is develop an event concept. So in this state, the question is considered is why the event is organized, that is what the event for, or and when and where the event will be held. So what, when and where the event will be held. For example, in school, staff meetings are organized every month to take decisions regarding important school matters. So what is the staff meeting, when it is to be organized, where it is to be organized, what is the schedule of staff meeting, and what will be the impact of staff meeting. So this stage is highly important as it develops a feeling amongst all human resources regarding carrying out the event. Here decision is taken as to which type of events to be held, or the curricular or co-curricular activity, whether it may be curricular activity or co-curricular activity. It depends on the nature of the activity. Then the second important step of the event management is determine the feasibility of an event. Now what, in this stage the discussions are held whether it would be possible to organize an event or not. If events are to be organized, a series of questions have to be answered. What are the human and physical resources? What human and physical resources are available in the school? What are the costs involved in terms of time and money? Is there sufficient time available for planning and execution? How many personnel can be involved in the event? It can be teaching and non-teaching staff. So, for example, organizing an annual social gathering. In the all schools, they organize annual social gathering. So, for that event, all these questions can be answered. Whether the human and physical resources are available or not, which cost will involve in terms of time and money, is there sufficient time available for planning and execution or not, and how many personnel will be involved in that activity. So it depends on the decisions. It definitely depends on the higher, middle and lower managers availability of these resources. So we need to, in this step, we need to see the feasibility of an event by checking all these questions. Then the third objective or third step of event management is setting of objectives. In any event, it is very important to set objectives. These objectives are both short-term and long-term objectives. Both these objectives are very important for successfully organizing events. For example, for achieving 100% result of is short-term objective, and providing quality education is the long-term objective of that particular educational institution. So setting of objective is very important. Or for example, let me give you an example of essay or debate competition. When we organize essay or debate competition, what could be the objectives of that competition, and what improvement or what skills will be developed through that competition can be the long-term objectives. So setting the objective for the particular co-curricular activity or particular event is very important, and very important step of the event management. the next step of event management is planning and preparation. Once the event is decided, it needs to be planned and properly worked out. Here it is a good idea to establish a formal event management committee consisting of various representatives of teaching and non-teaching staff. Here the principal would be the chairman or in charge of this committee. It is she who coordinates the plan and outlines the duties of all the members and fixes deadline for the event. So in this, for example, usually the principal is the head of the management committee. The supervisors along with teachers and students helps in the task. Means for organizing annual social gathering, for organizing teachers day, for organizing many more activities, principal always should be the head of the management. He leads the team. He has to guide all the teachers, supervisors and non-teaching staff for the successful completion of the event. So in that, planning and preparation is must. Then the next step of event management is identify and distribute tasks and responsibilities. Here, individuals who are part of this event committee are appointed and tasks are allocated to each and everyone. Here, responsibilities or distributing tasks and responsibilities to the related human resources comes in. For example, teachers are given the responsibility of anchoring decoration sequence of performance during the annual day. In annual day, what responsibility is given to the teachers? Some teacher is taking anchoring responsibilities, some are busy with decoration part, some are making sequence of performances, some are busy with students and all the arrangement, all necessary arrangement for the annual concert. So here identifying and distributing tasks and responsibilities is the very important step. Students would be appointed as volunteers who would look after stage decoration, welcoming the guests. Non-teaching staff would look after the expenditure occurred on organizing an events and would maintain a budget. So these two steps are very important. The next step of event management is event marketing plan. Yes, if an event has to be organized, there is a need to market and sell the event properly. Promotion and advertising of an event is must. For example, in fundraising programs for expanding or extending the school building, banners and hoardings can be made displaying the venue, time, contact number for publicity of an event. Then the next important step of event management is post-event analysis, which is equally very important step in event management. Once the event is over, there are a number of wrap-up tasks which needs to be done. Review should be taken, which includes taking feedback from the participants, thanking all the volunteers for their service, holding debriefing sessions for the other members of the institutions, taking feedback regarding work done and evaluating the results. So this is what the post-event analysis, and post-event analysis is always beneficial, always useful to create or to make other or upcoming events successful. For example, organizing an inter-school debate competition. After completion of event, analyze the proceedings of the event. Means, was there any problem in planning? Was there any problem in executing? Is there any problem in judging the results? Many things can be evaluated after the event. So all these are various steps in an event management. So these guide the teachers for successfully implementing any event in the school. So that is why these steps are very useful and beneficial for all the teachers to implement events in the school. Now Now let's see the role of a teacher in event management, or the role of an event manager. For any event to be held successfully, there is a need of proper utilization of human resources. The main person behind any event in any educational institution is a teacher, who in today's time is called as an event manager or event coordinator. So here he has to be a very expertise at handling resources, men and material. It can be a human resources, it can be a physical resources. So teacher should be expert at handling resources. Yes, the teacher is the event manager who is the expert at handling resources effectively and may be involved in the events right from the initial stage. So he should have that expertise in handling the resources. Yes, he has to be event coordinators. He has to coordinate physical resources as well as human resources. He has to coordinate the top level managers as well as lower level managers. So he plays a role of mediator during the events with coordination with top level managers as well as lower level managers. Principals, supervisors and teachers are the event managers who with the help of students and non-teaching staff can successfully organize any event. Then yes, implementation and execution of policies done by the teacher. He has to follow implementation and execution policies properly. The teacher are the ones who implements and executes the policy and programs planned and laid down by the management and principal. Yes, always it happens because policies are framed by the top level managers. It can be on management or upper level principal or director or managing director frames the policies for execution of events, and that policies are followed by the event managers. For example, in schools, timetable is decided by the upper level managers and that timetable followed by teachers. So that is what the policies are executed by the teacher. Then teacher works with the support of lower level management. No event can be successful without the help of lower level management. Each and every human resource available in the school is equally important to execute or to implement that event successfully. So the event managers don't work alone, but they get the support of lower level managers in successfully implementing any given task to them. So that is. Now let's see which skills are required for an effective manager. Any level of managers are event managers in their own way. Whenever any events is held in school, all managers work for it. Therefore, it is imperative that all event manager possesses the required skills, which are as follows. The first skill which is required is planning skill. One of the important skills in the event manager are the planning skills. He has to outline the responsibilities of each member and plan for both success and failure of the event. For example, teacher have to chalk out a plan for conducting midterm exam in consultation with supervisor and principal. Principal set deadlines for all teachers to complete the portion. So here comes the planning. Even planning of any co-curricular activity is also is a skill. Planning when, how, why, where. So these all questions are answered in skill of planning. So planning skill is required for each and every event management. Then the second skill which is required for managing the event, executing and implementing skill. Once the plan is ready, the teacher have to implement the plan, put into practice. Only drafting a plan on paper is not enough. It has to be successfully implemented. For example, the annual plan for the school is prepared at the beginning of every academic year by the principal and the supervisor along with teachers. Once the school begins, it is the responsibility of every teacher to put the plan into practice. It is here that teachers face most of the difficult tasks implementing the plan. Therefore, every teacher should possess good executing and implementing skills. So while execution, many problems can come in front, so that problems can be solved by the teacher efficiently. So that executing and implementing skills should be required in event manager or in the teacher. Then the third important skill which is required is convincing and negotiating skills. When any plan or event has to be organized, it is very important for the event manager to have convincing and negotiating skills. This would help the teacher to convince higher level managers regarding the feasibility of the event. Yes. At the same time, he would need to convince his superiors that the event would be held successfully and negotiate with all the members in a team so that they would work dedicatedly. Annual sports meet. What safety and first aid measures are arranged in case of injury to the participants? So the need of the event or need of that event should be explained properly by that manager to the higher level authorities of the organization. So that convincing and negotiating skills has a lot of importance in event management. Then yes, of course, creative skills. Every event manager should be creative in organizing any event successfully. This would help him to enhance the output of his work. Creative skills are important as they bring about innovations in the work. It enhances the quality of performance. So, teachers need creative skills to execute events differently. As we all know that every year we are organizing the same activity, but that same activity can be organized in a different ways. So that different ways should be such that should be implemented by the teacher. So that creative skills teacher should possess. For example, even our day-to-day teaching learning process, teacher should go with different teaching learning methods. He can use PowerPoint presentations, he can use video lectures, he can use video conferencing, he can take the students out of the classroom, he can take lectures in the ground or in the nature. So that creativity should be an important skill in organizing in any simple program or the event. So that these skills are very important for an event manager. One of the latest trend in the field of education is the event management. Thus the event management is very important, and the knowledge of basic event management should be possessed by teacher. A teacher with all the expertise, skills and experience can apply, handle and organize any type of event in the school. So he can definitely become a good event manager to implement events successfully in the school.